In the dark, Dick Daddy's out there with a fire in his heart. Paid dirt on the table, sifting through the night. Glitter in his eyes, everything feels right. Hand in the water, fingers in the mud. Buckets full of promise, gold in the blood. Gear on the bench, tools of the trade. Hustling through the silence, riches to be made. Never goes in vain. Backyard prospecting, this ain't no game. Gold fever burning hotter than a flame. Shed lights flicker, shadows on the wall. Dreams of El Dorado, treasures big and small. You and all the gadgets keeping spirits high. Every nugget found makes the heart fly. Camera rolling, capture every gleam. Subscribers tuning in, living out the dream. Broken nails and dirt, but a heart so true. Big Daddy's Gold Rush, it's a path to pursue. Big Daddy digging deep into the...
Showtime! What's going on, prospectors? Dig Daddy out here in the shed, and it's time for some BSing in the shed. I hope you're all having a great week so far. I know we're only a day in, but, you know, Monday sets the tone for the rest of the week, and I hope Monday hasn't kicked you in the balls or in the ovaries, whichever you might have, or if, you know, you're somewhere in between, I hope it's not bending you over. Either way, I hope your week is off to a good start. I hope you also had a great weekend. This weekend was awesome for me. I had my son home from college for the first time in... Are you serious? No fucking sound? No way. I see it, though. I see the audio. Where's my freaking... Is it just low, or you guys can't hear me at all? Because that makes a difference. Let's find out. Mo better, yeah? See, now people are all like, oh, we hear you just fine. Now you're blowing out my freaking ears. And now I apologize. I seem to be peeking out. Everybody's ears are all like, oh, God, Dig Daddy, what the hell's wrong with you? Why are you yelling at me? I don't mean to be yelling at anybody. You know, I'm just me. And I'm hoping you all had a great weekend. I'm not going to rewind and re-say all the shit that I already said. Basically, I'll sum it up. What's up? I hope you all had a great week. And I hope you had a good weekend as well. Blah, 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 blah. Yada, yada, yada. Myself, I had a great weekend. My son was home for the weekend. You know, it was good to have him here. Missed him. Missed the noises he makes in the background when you're over here and he's in his room playing his video games, yelling at his friends. So that was nice, but he's back at school. And I got some really weird dirt that I went through that you guys all saw. It was actually quite a surprise. You know, I was expecting that it was going to be trash. And honestly, when I got halfway through, I had already given up on finding any gold. As soon as I saw the green sand, I realized, and I went back and I looked at the listing, because I bought it in haste. I saw All-American Pay Dirt, and I said, you know what, I could dig some All-American Pay Dirt. Let's check it out. And so I just hit buy. It was like, it's only $25. Grab it. And I did, and I got it, and I opened it, and when I opened it, as you guys saw, there was green sand everywhere, and it really blew my mind at first, and I was just like, all right, so this is going to be a toy bag. I should have read the description, blah, 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 and I set my expectations accordingly. And as you saw, as I went through it, I mean, those were the genuine first-time through it responses. That's what I always try to grab for you guys, so you guys are experiencing it with me. And I was just blown away by how much gold wound up being in that. And even, you know, all packaged up nice to make sure it didn't get lost in the green stuff. which I really appreciated, because at that point I wasn't even going to bother going through that green stuff. And so, boom, there was a whole bunch of gold, and that was pretty awesome. All right. Let's see. Let me read down some of the comments from you guys. Hello to everybody. Fred, got a question for me here. Where did you get channel for your sluice? If you're meaning my main sluice that I use in the reviews, the big one, that I got from one of the local prospecting groups, the Bedrock Prospectors. They're here in Washington. And at their booth, they sell that mock-up of a sluice. When I bought it, it was a lot cheaper. Nowadays, they're getting about $100 for them. So you're going to have to get that. And then you're going to have to get a 6x16 Dream Mat. I recommend the micro, because that little bend that it has to make can't really take anything over a 1/4 inch anyways. It'll all get stuck there. So there's no point to running a mini mat, because you'll just get a bunch of extra cons you don't want to catch anyways. But I recommend the micro mat. 6x16 fits perfect. And so the two of those, with a little bit of modification to fit your space, or you just use the bucket that they give you with it, it works wonderful. It's like the best damn setup for running small amounts of pay dirt that I could possibly think of. It's compact and perfect for what I do. And it catches the gold, and that's the most important part. The Dream Mat catches that gold. Yeah, Bill, awesome. You got a bag of the green stuff. Well, like I say, it was a surprise, and there was a lot of fun stuff in there. I don't think it's really great for the more seasoned prospector. I know some of the guys are like, if it's not all about real pay dirt and gold, I'm not about it. And that's fair. That's totally fine. If you're after a real pay dirt experience, it absolutely is not that. But I think kids would have a lot of fun with it. You know, I can definitely see the value in that versus like the stuff that we go through. Kids aren't interested in that. They're just like, it's dirt. This is lame. I'm just labor. Awesome, Donna. You're never late. You're right on time all the time. So you had your priorities set correct. And welcome to the show. Yeah, that bag, I was really surprised with what we wound up finding at the end. You know, that plus all the gems, that's honestly, if he just had it in pay dirt, real pay dirt, and threw the gold inside, that would have been some of the best pay dirt that you could have possibly thrown at me. For for variety's sake. Gold is still king, and of course we want as much gold as possible, but a lot of it, a nice amount of gold, a fair amount of gold, plus a lot of treasures make it very interesting, and I can definitely appreciate that. Chris is going to have some pay dirt. Awesome. I'm buying some pay dirt from him, so I'll have some to run back at the tent. I'm excited. I'll have a few of my mini toolbox sluices there as well. So anybody who wants to pick one up, if you're there at the gold show, the miners rally, find me over at the RV spot. I'll have my elements set up there with a little tent and an awning. And if I'm not in the show, filming or videoing, recording, because it's not filming anymore because there's no, anyways, whatever, retard's mental point there. Sorry if I offended anybody using that word. I was just having a moment and lost track of words. Damn, I'm going to get canceled now. Damn it. I'm sorry. I'm a child of the 80s. What the hell do you want from me? This is just how I was raised. We were all retarded. But I'll be there at the miners rally. So if I haven't offended you and I haven't lost you as a subscriber, please stop by and say hi. I'm excited to see people there. That's awesome, Bill. It's great. That's great for the kids, for sure. Damn, gold is... Well, thanks, Brian. Now I don't have to go do the gold review and tell everybody how much it's going for. You already covered it. $39.69. Nice. And 19 cents. There you go. Get your gold, people. Get your gold. But yeah, I'll be there at the miners rally. Hit me up if you need some pay dirt or a little mini sluice or even the deluxe toolbox sluice. I hope to have at least, well, I definitely will have at least one. I hope maybe I'll be able to bring two with me, but dude, I'm reporting myself. Don't worry about it. It's cool. I'm going to turn myself in at the end of the stream. I'm going to be like, YouTube, I said bad words. I forgot where I was in society and stuff. And I'm really hoping that I can bounce back from this. You know? I don't know what to say. I can't, really defend my actions. It was wrong. I knew it was wrong. The second I said it, I knew it was wrong. And so, like, what can you do? Once it leaves your mouth, sometimes the filter doesn't stop words. And once it leaves your mouth on a freaking live stream, you're just like, ah! If I was recording and I said that, I'd be able to hit, boop, oops, let's rewind. If I was filming it. And then I could have just, it never happened. I know, right there, boom, 5,000 subs out the door. They never show up at the live anyways, man. So it's like they're just like hiding and stuff. But I hope for them all to, if people would speak out and be like, you know what, Dig Daddy, you're an a-hole for using that word. That's very insensitive. And then like a whole bunch of people flooded to my channel just to tell me I'm an asshole. I don't know. That might be cool. Maybe some would stick around. Oh, awesome, Donna. I'm glad you got the dirt. I had to throw something extra in there, The Halloween dirt is really your baby. You're always reminding me all year round, and I know how much it means to you to get that bag. So I figured, you already picked up that bag, so let me throw something else in there for you as a thank you to you. You're awesome, and I thank you so much for your support of the channel. But I'm glad you enjoyed it, and you're right. That graphic would be pretty sweet on a t-shirt. Maybe I'll set that up on the site tonight. Yeah. So, announcement, everybody. I'm gonna have that graphic. Freaky, 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 freaky. Spooky skeletons and shit from this month's Halloween pay dirt, and I'm gonna throw that on a t-shirt, and I'll put it up on the swag shop. So check that out. Pick yourself up a bag of the graveyard gold from the prospector shop while you're there. After you check out there, hit back till you get back to the prospector shop and head to the swag shop. Unfortunately, I don't ship stuff from the swag shop. That's all from the printers, but they'll get one out to you of a shirt with that sweet Halloween logo on it. You gotta throw these ideas at me like sooner, man. These are great ideas. I just hire you as like a PR manager or something. God damn. Thank you, Weezen, for the link there. Everybody follow that link. Do the thing. Also, I have a link for you guys as well because we got to give away some sloppy seconds. And that is where you're going to find the contest GAW page, as they call it. It's a giveaway, and it's a giveaway that's coming from y'all, from me to y'all, for hanging out here. That is the trade-off. You got to hang out, you got to stay for the show, and you got to be here when we run the raffle. If you're not here, 60 seconds, boom, I pick another person who is here. Until we get to somebody who's here, who's like, yo, Dig Daddy, I'm here. I stayed the course. When we find that strong, independent person, they get the sloppy seconds. So the first person who sticks around, even if I offend you, whoever toughs it out with me, there you go. You'll wind up getting a bag of dirt. So, for those who remain. Awesome, Donna. I will make sure to get that posted up tonight after we get off of the stream. I was smart this time, and I was like, that's a really cool image. Let me not overwrite the original. Let me save a copy so that I can go back to the graphic. I'm thinking maybe instead of Graveyard Gold, I'll just put like Happy Halloween or something on it. What do you think? I got some new lettering too that I got. As you could see in the new logo, or not logo, the monthly stream logo, I got some new fonts, some spooky fonts. I remember that song, man, growing up, about the Red Baron and Snoopy, and always freaking awesome. Oh, thank you, Donna. I appreciate you so much. You're awesome. Thank you. This also a thank you that need be said, being as this is the first stream of the month. As always, I like to give my thanks to the patrons who support the channel. Man, for real, I can't even express enough how much your support helps this channel and keeps everything going. For those of you who are Patreon subscribers, and for the new members, and a lot of you members are also, I think all of you members are also Patreons. So I really, really appreciate your guys' support at every angle towards the channel. And so, as always, and every month, I like to take a special moment out, that one, to say thank you and to call out specifically my patrons. Now, we got a couple of new patrons this month. One new D-Bag fam, and also a new high five homie. But we'll start off at the top and work our way down. So, October patrons for 2025. We got our D-Bag fam, which is our $50 subscriber, supporter level, rather. Jake Peacock, Teo, Chad McNeil, who's our new $50 member this month, and Brian Nyquin. Thank you guys, our members of our D-Bag fam. I think there's one more spot. Because, I want to limit that one. I don't want to have to do too many bags because then it becomes a thing. And if suddenly I have to do 100 bags every month, I would get burned out and it would suck. We don't want that to happen. Don't burn out Dig Daddy. Next, we have our high five homies. We got B. Greeny, Michael Cruz, The Gold Baron, Golden Dragon Prospecting, Alex Lemon, Humble Stacker, Thomas Leha, David Dandrand, Cockatoo Birdman Bill, Rich Peterson, Jason Herp, A3 Sky Warrior. I forgot to do it on the graphic. Anyways, Chris W, Neanderthal Prospector, Sean McClellan, Wheezing Geezer TV, Nick Madsen, and Donna Corin. Thank you all for your support. Some of you guys have been with me for years, and you stick with me, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you so much. So this show is about you guys, and again, as always, thank you so much for your guys' support. At the end of this show, of course, we're going to be giving away some pay dirt. Man, get that freaking thing out of my face. We'll be giving away a little bit of pay dirt, not only to the Sloppy Seconds, but one of these Graveyard Golds is going to go to one of our monthly patrons, and then the other ones are going to go out to the other ones. So thank you, Chris W, for that link. If you want to support the channel, unfortunately, it's too late to get in on this month's giveaway because I'm not going to go back. But, excuse me, you can get in on it for next month. And I'll send you some cool little thank yous. A little pan, a little 3D printed pan, some stickers. I'm getting low on stickers, though. I got to order some stickers. I've only got like 3 or 4 left. I'm bummed because I'm not going to have any stickers to take to the rally. Well, maybe I'll take the last of this guy. The most of them I have is this guy, the moss nose guy. But my logo is really small on that one. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just skip stickers. I don't think I can get anything by this weekend. Just not enough time. And I'm not going to pay to like expedite anything. That'd be silly. The next thing is I need to buy my own sticker printer. Where it can print them and then cut them out for me. And then I'll always have stickers. Then I can just do stickers like crazy, all the time. But then I'll wind up just giving them away because I'll be printing stupid shit all the time. That'll be what kills the channel. Is just too many stickers. Aw, that's a bummer, man. You're not going to be able to make it out. Oh, there you go. Keep an eye on Jason's listing for his pay dirt buckets. Those things are awesome. And sounds like he's got a couple left. Pick one up. Those little buckets are freaking rad, dude. Honestly, that was probably the thing that excited me the most about the pay dirt is the little bucket. The pay dirt was great. But it's those little things. After doing so much pay dirt, they all come in these stupid little Mylar bags, or worse, or just like Ziploc bags, or the knockoff Ziploc bags if somebody's being cheap. But to see it come in something different and something so creative as like a little bucket like that was really cool to see. I've done a couple pay dirts where they were in a bigger container, but that makes you have to go up in the shipping, and I was pretty hung up for a while about only wanting to do priority because of the built-in insurance. But now in my old age, I'm getting cheap, but I still do priority for most things if I can get away with it. Like the flat rate boxes, those are great for anything above a pound up to 3 or 4 pounds. Those are good. But I don't usually do that big of pay dirts, so I don't know. Maybe I just need to go get more dirt. Make bigger bags. I'm sure you guys will like that. I tried to make this one a little bit more than the smaller ones I've been doing. So that one should be good. See how that goes. But go check them out. Pick one up. Let's see. We did that. We know gold's going for $39.69. Nice. And yeah. Fucking A. And we know we got the miners rally coming up. So don't forget to come stop by. Yeah, ground advantage is really good. And that's why I've kind of went that way for the smaller packages now, because ground advantage has a little bit of insurance and it has tracking and all. It's basically like priority, just a little bit slower. It's not first class. It is first class, but they named it differently. For the smaller bags, like the little bags, yeah, all day long. That's what I'll use. But if it's a bigger bag, I like that unlimited weight that the flat rate gets you for the $10. Shit, man. Yes, I do. I think I posted it but forgot to sticky it, or I thought about posting it, or I talked about it and forgot to do the thing. But thank you for the reminder. Oh no, I did post it. I just forgot to sticky it. See, I'm only half off the game. Buy your pay dirt and it's not listed with your other stuff. Which other stuff? See, there's two stores. I was saying there's the prospector shop, which is the stuff that I hold on to. It's here in the shed or in the house. And then there's the swag shop, which is the printing shop company that does shirts and stuff. Because there's no way in hell I'm gonna keep that much stock of jackets, sweaters, t-shirts, underwear, hats, beanies, aprons, panties, onesies, bottles, in all the different sizes from small to triple XL here in the shed. So I offload that to a company who does print on demand. So if you're trying to get the like shirts and stuff, those are in a different store. But all the pay dirt should be there in the prospector shop. Yeah, Weezen's got you right there. Just got to navigate my whole maze of social media presence because there's so much. I actually got a small social media presence, and maybe that's my downfall. Maybe that's why I've been I haven't made 1 billion subscribers and $100 million a month off YouTube. Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I need more TikTok. Is it the Foursquare one or is it Teespring? I don't know. I got 2 clothing line shops. One's Teespring, that's the old one, and then the Foursquare one. I'm at 1 zillion. Sweet, dude. See, it happens and I don't even notice. Like I was not looking and then suddenly I'm at 5,000. And then I blinked and then I'm at 5,500. And it's like, damn, that's crazy how fast it goes up. He's liking it. He's loving the freedom that he has there, man. Like he's off exploring Seattle and figuring out who he is and all that stuff. He's loving it. He's loving not being at home under our, watch. I gave him pretty fair and open freedom, but he never wanted to do anything. He never, if he ever asked to go anywhere, it was like, where are you going? All right, cool. See you when you get back, try to be back by this time. And he always did. So, but I think now because he's like, when he first moved in, he had a roommate. The roommate was gone within like 3 days. They decided to do something else with life. Now he's got the room all to himself and he's just like, he's chilling. He can go do what he wants when he wants. All he has to do is show up for class. So he's doing good. I wish I could live that life. That life sounds freaking awesome. Have mom and dad pay for it. that part's the nice sounding part. I'm paying for it, so maybe not so much. But so because of all that, I hope he is enjoying it because I sure as hell would be. It's all right. I didn't need to retire. Who needed that? That's why I'm doing this YouTube thing, man. This is my nest egg. So I got to build up the views so I can get them sweet ad dollars. So if you got an ad disabler, please turn that shit off and rewatch. If you're live, I won't put commercials on, but if you catch it on the replay, I'm sorry, we're going to commercial. How cool would that be if like it decided, yeah, all right, that's cool, we'll go right there. Like if the AI was able to recognize when you say that and it's like, oh, okay, they're saying this is a good spot. Be like, oh, that's awesome. Damn it, that's a great idea too. I need to tell somebody something that can give me money. YouTube Red, no ads? Hell yeah. So that's the way to go. If you're on YouTube a lot and this is like your primary source of entertainment and like you don't got all the other streaming ones, yeah, I might pay for the YouTube Red. You can get the NFL stuff too that way, right? Like you can... once you're on YouTube Red, then you have access to the NFL package, so you can get the games. So for only $200 a month, you get YouTube with no ads and football. What a deal. Yeah. Oh well. I would like to run some pay dirt. What do you guys think? Would you guys like to run some pay dirt? Let's head over because it's sluicing time. All right. Move the microphone so you guys can actually hear me over there. There. We got some pay dirt from my spot by the river. When I made some pay dirt recently, I took out all the really fine stuff to keep it a little bit cleaner. And I have that in a bucket over here. Zoop. And so part of that is thrown in here as well. It's really just kind of a concentrate now at this point. Not super cons, but definitely a little bit thicker than if it was just raw out of the river. Put some water in the dirt, let it soak in. Definitely got some floating dust and stuff, so throw a little bit of that frog piss in there, shake it up, watch it all fall down. Just kind of tap the top of the water because, you know, gold is a stubborn bastard. And if it wants to float, it's going to float. So you got to knock the shit out of it to make it hit the ground. And once it hits the ground, then it goes as far down as it can, because it's a shy little bastard as well. That's raw. Lessen the sluice with a little bit of that sage to ward off any evil spirits who might want to steal our gold. The gold gremlins. Gold. Gotta go to owlerscrafted.com or .org or somebody post up a link for Owlers to a site so they can get some pay dirt. I hope Dave's there from Prospector's Dream. They got a new mat. Did you guys see that? They got a mini dredge profile. And I think it's the same one that's on the tail end of the folding sluice. My folding sluice is put away. I ain't gonna pull that shit out. But it's the micro dredge. It's the low profile dredge format, and I want to get my hands on one. And I'm hoping that he heard my call, and maybe there'll be a special colored one for me. I know it's too late to have him make it now, and I didn't ask for it, so I'm just wishful thinking. But that'd be fucking awesome if there's a red and black one waiting for me at the miners rally. Dave, if you're watching. Probably not. He doesn't watch my stream. Shit. Hint, hint, wink, wink, nudge, nudge, Mr. Dave. Mr. Man with the mat. Hook the brother up with the red and black mat. But whatever color he does wind up having, I'm going to pick one up at the Miners Rally. And hopefully he doesn't sell out and he has one saved for me. If not, then I'll have to just, order one online and pay shipping. But that's cool too, because I get a discount online. I'll have to order it along with some more micro pockets. Alright. Yeah. I have to take a couple buckets with me. Because I doubt the campgrounds will want me leaving all my pater tailings behind at the campsite. So I'm gonna have to take all that shit with me. I'll have to bring like a bucket or something to dispose it in. And then I'll probably have to have another bucket for my wastewater. Which I really shouldn't have too much, because I'm just going to use my little toolbox sluice. I'm going to use the micro. I'm going to take my little mini one out with me. Actually, I think I'll take the mini out. No, I'll take the micro. Close to the end of the cup here. Definitely seeing some really nice gold in here. Excited to find out how much we caught. Pulling off the shovel. You know what I need? I need one of those. I need a little bucket. And then I can put all my night, like my Monday night pay dirt will go in a little bucket like that. But I need one that doesn't have Valor's sticker on it. I just need a blank one. Then I can put a backyard prospecting sticker on it. Alright, let's zoom in for a close-up with the sluice. Look at that. Nice gold in there. Kill the power. Turn it down real low. Yeah. Look at that. There's gold all up in there. That's nice. Alright, firstly, before I dump this thing out, I need to find my little brush. There it is. Because my pan has been sitting in water. And as you're probably aware, when you leave your pan with a little bit of muddy water in it, it forms a little layer of silt. And then when you wet that up again, that silt becomes slick. And that slick does not want to grab onto your gold. It's going to let it slide off if it doesn't wind up sticking to it. Which could stick to it. It might save your gold, but at the same time, it's just as likely to let it slide right out. So I like to get my pan nice and cleaned up first, and not take that chance. Get that mud, get that slick off of there and make it nice and clean. And then we can get to work. Oh, you guys are way too close. You can't see shit. There we go. Welcome back. Lip it. Go. Alright, you guys need to stay where you belong. What the hell? Get up there. What's wrong with you? Damn it. Yeah, you fuckers get out of there. Ah, stop floating. Damn you bastards. We're so close, and then it all decides to start floating. Let's get some more water in here. So close, and then it just all fell apart. Alright. Get our little tappy tap going, separate the heavies from the goldies, and then flush it down. Alright, get out of here. You're not gold. I don't want you. Alright, now we can use that. And there we go. There's your gold, baby. How about that? Nice little pinch. Pinch, pinch. It's good. There we go. Alright, let's get this snuffered up. Then we can get it all dried and weighed out. And celebrate when we know how much gold we found. Alright. Got our gold. Let's take it to the flame. Always got to bless the gold in the process. Gold gremlins are a feisty and persistent bunch. Especially this time of year. Got the little gold goblins and the claim jumpers. They always be trying to get me gold. Come on, get back down here. Alright. If you haven't already done so, I would greatly appreciate you hitting that like button. If you're hanging out here and you're not a subscriber, you're missing out on stuff because you can't win if you're not a subscriber. If you're just chilling and you're like, I'll put my name over there, like you can't do it because you're not subscribed. So click that button too. And then go leave a comment on the comment video so you can get entered in to win tonight's Sloppy Seconds, which we're going to put together right now. And, you know, I mean, if you don't want free pay dirt that has real gold, that you just saw the gold. It's not a scam. I'm not, like, farming your names for like, you know, the Russian mob. And we're not going to start sending you Viagra ads, you know, for generic Viagra or anything like that. Like, if you need, I can show you where to get the real stuff. I know people who can get things from places. But that's not what this is all about. What you want from me is gold, pay dirt, for free. And that's how you're going to do it. You're going to enter yourself in for some sloppy seconds. But you got to do all that other shit to make that happen. Welcome, Midwest Gold Fever. We were waiting. Every time we talk about it, we're like, is he going to make it? But you made it. All right, we don't talk about that, but I'm glad you were able to make it. Glad you caught it live. Live's fun. I'm always glad when I can catch this this show live. You know, I'm really bummed when I can't. Makes for an awkward evening. But I love that I have my wife on board with it. Like, if I'm like not feeling it one night, I'm just like, I think I'm gonna skip. She'll be like, what? Why? What about your viewers? Aren't they gonna be mad? I'm like, well, they'll understand. You know, they're good people. I'm just like, oh, I don't know. I think you should just do it. Don't skip. Oh, by the way, I'm putting some peridot in the sloppy seconds. Just a little pinch of it, just for funsies. You'll enjoy that, whoever wins it. I still got half a stack of yen, so I'll throw one of those in the bag too. So that I show up every week, you guys really have to thank my wife for that. She makes sure that the show happens. She's always on top of me about it. In addition to the stuff, I got a bunch of like goodies and some pay dirt this weekend, so I'm gonna throw this sweet arrowhead. If I don't drop it and break it, I'm gonna throw this arrowhead in there. I can't put too much of the big stuff just because it's a small bag, but let's see what we got. It's like little chunks of weed, some yellow opal or amber, or I don't know, you can get it and decide what it is. Be creative. I think that's amethyst. I'll throw that in there too. Here, I'll throw a couple more of these little yellow chunks. Hopefully that's not radioactive. If it is, I apologize. Don't blame it on me. Blame it on Obama. Alright. We got... Ah, shit. I put all this stuff in here and I haven't even labeled it yet. God damn. Alright. It's 10... What's the date? 6... 25. Dick Daddy official signature. Now, but we don't know how much gold's going to go in there yet because we haven't weighed it out. So, I suggest we head over to the bench. There you are. Ooh, bring the microphone up with me. Alright, gold is nice and cool. Scale is good to go, but wet, so let's dry it off. Don't want any gold sticking to it. Oh wow, perfect. Zeroed right out. Ain't that nice when that happens? Alright, let's see what we got. Well, damn. On the dot. 0.100, 1/10 of a gram on the dot. It couldn't have happened any better if I measured it out myself. I did. But there you go. One lucky winner is going to win $100 million worth of gold right here tonight. Now, it's not worth $100 million right now, but in like 2473, I guarantee you it will. And if it's not, well, you come back and you let me know, and I'll do something for you. All right. So we got $1 on the dot. Not $1. 1/10 of a tenth. 1/10 of a gram. I gotta learn how to speak. I should also probably sit down here so you guys can see me. Right here. Alright, so we got that. And we got our graveyard gold we're gonna give away. And now that we're gonna do that giveaway, I can ship out all the other graveyard golds that I owe the monthlies. Because I always hold off until this show, just so in case one of them wins, and I can be a cheap ass on shipping. So, we're going to do all that. So don't go anywhere while I seal this bag of pay dirt. Alright. That bitch is closed. I dig this song. It reminds me of the day at the river with me and GS. It was fun. Always know you're desperate when you're scraping the moss. You're just not finding it, and you're just like, all right, let me start scraping moss and see if I can find something. I gotta get something to bring home. Took a splash. Man, that was funny stuff. Good times. All right, but before we do the sloppy seconds, let's do the Patreon giveaway. So hang with me while we head over to here. Once again, we give thanks to our patrons in the month of October. So let's head over to the wheel where we find our good friend Freddie McFrog, the Mooch. Was it Freddie? It was Freddie, wasn't it? Freddie the Mooch. But then we shortened it to the Mooch. The first frog was Freddie. The second frog was the Mooch. I think. No, this one wasn't the green. Alright, let's spin the wheel and see who our winner is this month. One bag of the graveyard gold. Spinning the wheel. And this month's winner is Jason Earp. Here, let me pause the music. Congratulations, Jason. Are you here right now? I thought I saw you posting earlier, but you don't need to be here to win if you're a Patreon because I got your info. I know where you live, so I can still send you your bag. Plus, you don't have to be here for this one anyway. So There you go. Congratulations, Jason. You are this month's Patreon Pater winner. We'll get that out to you, and then I'll get out to the rest of the D-Bag fam as well. And all right, now let's head straight over to the Sloppy Seconds giveaway. You all have had many opportunity to go to the page. This one here, and we have 22 comments out of our 29 viewers. So, what do? I'll tell you what we do. We spin the wheel, or whatever this does behind the scenes. It's really just algorithm. Like the second I push it, it's already picked it. It just waits and does all that shit for our benefit. But whatever we're gonna do, let's pick a winner. So let's click the button. Magic of technology. This week's winner is Rack 9005. Beautiful gold for that Sloppy Seconds bag tonight, and happy Monday, everyone. Rack. Now it changes. It says your actual YouTube name, so I'm not sure who that is, because all your avatars are too small on this screen. Is he here? Smeared. Oh, all right. There you are. I thought your page. I thought you had a different name. I thought it was something about fish. No, that's not right. That's Bacchus. Never mind. All right, cool. Congratulations. It wouldn't matter anyways. Once I figured out it was you, I'd have been like, oh, all right. Well, shit. I got his info. I'll send it out to him. But I got you. That's Smirnoff. All right, cool. Rack. You know what? Maybe I should start having you guys put your screen name in your comment. You know, make your comment and then dash your screen name. That way I don't have to do the math. Because I don't know why it does that, man. It's stupid. Well, whatever. Congratulations, brother. I got your info. I'll get you a bag of some Sloppy Seconds. Boom, Jason Earp. I got you some Graveyard Gold. D-Bag fam also got some Graveyard Gold coming out to you. For the rest of you, if you didn't win a bag, but you still want one, head over to the Prospector shop. I have them available there. As well as my dime bag pay dirt samples. Check those out. And if you want to buy a toolbox loose, you got to do it tonight, or you're going to have to wait, because I'm going to take the quantity down. That way I can make sure that I have some to take out with me to the Miners Rally. So I'll probably take all that stuff down tonight. So you got to beat me there. And if I beat you there, email me, because I'm sure I'm not going to give up your sale just because I'm a dipshit. So just let me know. Either way, go check that stuff out. Go head over to the Prospector shop, grab yourself a t-shirt. Donna, I will absolutely remember to put that image up as a t-shirt, and maybe a couple other options as well. But yeah, that's all I got for you guys this week, this time. Next weekend, no review video, but I will go live. I'll try to make up a schedule or something, I'll be like, all right, I'm going to go live at 1 p.m. or 1:30 or something. That way you guys can kind of like plan, and know that, you can tune in at this time, and I'll be there live for like, half hour or something till the batteries get low, or till I can't do it anymore for whatever reason. I got to go pee or, smoke a joint or something, I don't know. You never know what happens, but we'll party it up. So if you can't show up there, if you can't make it there, at least, you'll be able to hang out with me on the live. So that's what we'll be doing next weekend. Saturday, Sunday, I'm driving home, so don't worry about finding anything on Sunday. And then otherwise, I guess I'll see you guys next Monday for the next BSing in the Shed, so we can talk about how everything went, and I can show you all the cool stuff that I brought home with me. So until then, this is Dig Daddy, and I'll be signing out here in the shed. And if I don't see you out at the Miners Rally, I will see you in the backyard. Till next time, peace.